It's bounce back week for the Bobcats, who look to get back on the winning track after their last week's homecoming loss as they travel to Ypsilanti, Michigan, take on the Eastern Michigan Eagles for a 1 p.m. kickoff. Both Ohio and Eastern Michigan head into the game coming off Week 7 losses, with the Bobcats losing 26-23 to Central Michigan and the Eagles getting doubled up at Army by a score of 50-25. In fact, the Eagles haven't won a game since their opening week win against FCS opponent Howard. Saturday's matchup will mark the 30th time the Eagles and Bobcats have met, with Ohio leading the all-time series 17-11-1. Last year's contest resulted in a 45-14 Ohio win in the friendly confines of Peden Stadium. And coincidentally, the Eagles will duke it out with the Bobcats following Ohio's first conference loss of the season for the second year in a row. But even with the Bobcats' recent success against the Eagles, Ohio is far from taking the game lightly.
They're a physical bunch. You look at their offensive line, and they're all 300-pound guys, very similar to what Central Michigan was in size, and you know their coach is he's a tough football coach. I mean, his demeanor is tough.
They're a physical football team, a lot of two tight ends. That's really their favorite thing is two tight ends. They'll run and throw out of it. So we got to correct the issues that we had against Central Michigan, and then pick it up a little more against Eastern this week.
Offensively, the Eagles are led by junior quarterback Tyler Benz. Second-year starter has racked up over 1,200 yards through the air while tossing 7 touchdowns this year. On the ground, Eastern will be relying heavily on another junior in running back Bronson Hill. Hill owns a respectable 4.5 yards per carry average and has gained 495 yards on the ground as a whole. For the Bobcats, keep an eye on defensive linemen Ty Brands and Terrell Basham, who are first and second in the MAC for most sacks individually, with Brands accounting for 7 and Basham accounting for 6. And after Saturday's matchup against Eastern Michigan, it'll mark the last time the Bobcats play a West opponent this season, unless they make it all the way to the MAC championship.